Hi, I'm Ryan, the techie of Techie Hecky, and today we're going to look at some of the accessories for the Ergotron Workfit-S. One of the first accessories that I purchased for my desk here was the extension for the monitors. I'm 6 feet tall, so I needed something a little bit higher for mounting, my screen so that it's at eye level. So I added this, slides right onto the dual mount and allows me to raise and lower a few inches of height. The one limitation I will say in this is that if you're over 6 feet tall, you're going to have a harder time keeping your monitor's eye level. So bear that in mind. If you're 6'6", you're going to have a hard time with a standing desk. But adding more features, the great thing is you can buy the base model if you want, and you can always purchase these upgrades little by little, especially if your work budget is tight. Another accessory that I added to this was my laptop tray here. When I upgraded to a laptop, I wanted to be able to use that with my standing desk. So what I did is I added this tray, which Ergotron also offers, and I added the docking station. I really don't recommend using the laptop without a docking station. One, for efficiency, but two, this gives it a nice hold that locks it in place, and it's held in by these little padded hooks right here as well, so it's very secure. If you just set a laptop up here, it's not going to stay very well. This right here, the dock, I have actually velcroed that with a sticky back velcro, so it's in here, it's solid, it's not going to move. Another thing I added just for being more ergonomic is I added just a wrist rest that I wanted to have so that I can keep my wrist straight. Ideally, you want the 90-degree or slightly over 90-degree angle where your hands meet the keyboard. I did the same thing for my mouse. I recommend using a wireless mouse. You can use a wired keyboard for this system, but a wireless mouse makes it a lot easier because you have a pretty small area that you can. Their mouse tray here is kind of small, and the wireless mouse just makes it easier to deal with and less cords to manage. In addition to having those accessories, it's important that you get a good pad for your feet, some anti-fatigue mat, and that will allow you to stand longer with more comfort. I have stood all day before, and I've done that multiple days in a row. You will want to work up to it, so I don't recommend saying, hey, get a standing desk and you can stand all day long. You'll want to work up to it, and your body does need rest, and your feet get tired, so the great thing is this does lower, and let me show you two things that I've added. For sitting down, I use an exercise ball. These are really cheap. This is a $15 ball that I got at a sports store, and the great thing about these is that they force you to sit in an upright position where you retain good posture. I will note that when you're using these, you want to make sure you get the right size for your height. So again, if you're taller, you probably have to get a 75 centimeter gym ball. If you're a little shorter, maybe a 65, and they do make a 55 as well. And so it's whatever level is comfortable for you. Reebok has a great one that actually has sand inside, so that way your ball doesn't roll around and such at work. There are also ball chairs you can buy that actually have a base and like little office chair wheels on them, and they include a backrest. I have tested some of those. They are good, they're comfortable, they're nice. They don't move around all that freely though, so if you're sitting on it, you're not going to be able to roll around like an office chair. The wheels just, I guess, aren't as capable in that way. The other thing about them is that because they do have a backrest that rests your lower back, it's really tempting, instead of working your core sitting on an exercise ball, you got this backrest. You can kind of lean back on it and kind of let your muscles stop working. And that kind of, for me, negates all the advantages of sitting on a ball chair to maintain proper posture and work my core. And for the mat that I chose to just use a Stanley work mat. This one's a $50 mat, little investment. You can spend up to $100 or more on these anti-fatigue mats. And really it's just whatever you find more comfortable. They're really important for you if you like standing a lot and you want to get those benefits. If you want to burn those extra calories, these make it all that much more comfortable. For me, this one's worked really well as just being kind of like a middle level, not too expensive mat that gives me the comfort I need. I don't recommend the cheap ones. If you see the $20, even $30 ones, on Amazon, one, they don't hold up very well. Two, they are really thin. So they're just, I don't recommend them. They're not comfortable. I've used them for a little while, but I'm definitely much more happy with a thicker mat.